Okay, so hello, my name is Flug, and today I have alyoshasdream for a commentary
Hello.
of my Sengoku Blade 1-all.
And you got Sky Stage 1. That sucks.
Yeah, so
This is honestly to me the ideal stage 1 is probably Forest because it's the worst stage 3 by far, and it is the highest scoring stage 2. So it's like I would say Forest stage 1 is probably what you would want as stage 1. I mean, if anything though, it's good to get if you're gonna get Sky and you're just going for the survival. I think Sky is not that bad for stage 1. I don't really like Sky stage 3 because I feel like the boss is quite annoying.
yeah, see, I almost got clipped,
Yeah, yeah.
even on
You're
stage
playing
1.
aggressively, but that's what you got to do in this game, really. I mean, like you want to stay where you're at on the screen, honestly, like in the middle towards the side.
Yeah,
Let's see if you get that. Yep. Now, see,
probably
if you
should
try to do that
mention,
on stage 3, you will get clipped. Like, yeah,
yeah.
I've tried that, and you will get clipped.
So a bit of an introduction to this character. This is
Okay.
Katana, or Hagane, as it's known in the Japanese version. Uh, you're slow, you have these sort of options that follow you around, and you have a very powerful charge attack. And this is the main thing I will use to kill all sorts of beefy enemies and bosses.
Yep.
So
Like
as you
right
can
here,
see,
I'm
they just
assuming you're
die in one
going to
shot,
hit.
and I
Yep.
can just kill that and not
Hit
have
the
to.
Yep. Hit the little sub boss. You can kill those top and bottom things for more score if you ever wanted to score, but it
Yeah,
doesn't. I mean, if you're just trying to survive. Oh, you almost got powered down there.
yeah,
That was really close.
that would have been bad,
Okay,
but it
have you
wouldn't have
healed?
been the
Yep,
end of the
nice,
world. One
nice.
thing about Katana's charge attack is that it usually is pretty functional, even below the max, at least in the first few stages, and
Yeah,
even
and you
later,
can
as you'll
always,
see.
if you get into a pinch, you can bomb and charge. Nice.
So
You
one
ever
thing
go
I
for the
want to say
2000s?
about what you were saying earlier about Forest
Yes.
is that uh, it is a hard stage 3, but I would say that I generally have a better time with a stage 3 mid boss in that stage compared to if I had gotten
Ah,
this
this stage.
stage as stage 3, and including the water stage. That's the one I will get as stage 3, and I did
Okay,
manage
water
to,
stage 3 is not too bad. I
yeah.
don't think. Well, it depends on how fast you kill the
No, no,
sub
no.
boss,
The
but
stage itself is fine. It's just the mid boss that's a
yeah,
bit annoying.
I
I
get
think.
this stage as stage 3. My save state is this stage is stage
Ah,
3 every
okay.
time. Yeah.
Right, you were mentioning this boss, like as stage 3 boss.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass at stage 3.
I
Especially if
agree.
you're trying to score him at all. That guy especially is annoying on stage 3 because you want to kill his wheel, the center part, and the head for all the extra points, and he's just and those Zako are spamming bullets the whole time. Oh, you didn't get the Zako spawn. Oh no, there you go. You did get Zako spawn.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and
that's why this
here I
boss
kind
really
of,
sucks.
go too much
Nice.
towards the
Yeah,
top of the screen, which
that
means
was a
it
good
doesn't
bomb though.
die quite in time, so I have to bomb there just for safety. Uh,
That was a good bomb though.
yeah, I'm still happy about that bomb, and
Yeah,
you'll
because that
see it's
boss
not
can clip
really going to be
you.
a
It's
wasted
just
bomb.
that boss can clip you, and that boss is probably my least favorite of all of the initial stage bosses. I
So
haven't
here
seen
is
Water
the mid
Stage Stage
boss.
3 in a while.
Usually these
Yeah,
guys in the bottom kind of make it so they don't have time to charge my shot, but
nice.
this
Yep.
time
Oh,
I
so you
managed
go
to
from
kind
the
of time it
bottom.
correctly.
How many of these guys do you end up getting? Let's see.
I don't know, 4 maybe. I never really
One,
count
three,
these.
four.
Usually
One, two,
I know by the soundtrack
three,
when it's time to not charge my.
four. Probably five. You got five. You get six. Can you get
I
six?
think that's the
No.
last one. Yeah.
I think five is the limit. I think 5 or 6 is the limit. I actually don't know because I don't think I've ever. I've only done it with characters where I don't think they can get the max.
Yeah, like Katana's very
I just
fast
like
at
him.
killing
Yeah.
these guys. Yeah, and see, you saw I missed my melee
Oh,
attack
you
there.
bombed that.
That
Okay.
meant that
See,
I.
what you can do for that guy, you can go really close to the head before as it's spawning in, and then back up, and then go down a bit, diagonal, just go down a bit, and the diagonal shot will miss you, and you can go right back into point blanking him, and it'll blow up.
That's good to
Or
know.
you could just kill him with the spears right away. Like,
So here I
okay,
stream
how do you
down
do?
and then go back up, and I
Okay,
have a pretty consistent way of dealing with this
okay,
stage.
so
So
you
even if
don't
it
do the
looks
melee for this
chaotic, it's
section.
very comfortable to do this.
No, okay. There's another way you can do that with characters who have familiars, where you can sit in the center and then you can slide under the bottom cannon and you won't get powered down and you can kill them with your familiar charge.
Ah, I see. Yeah, now
So then
we got
you're
this boss rush
basically home
here,
safe.
uh,
Yep.
and it's just the
You
same
just
as
you
like
just
this.
go for the quick kills on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do. Yep. Yeah, I do this too. This is probably the easiest boss for Katana, honestly.
Yeah, it's the
Like
only other character
this
that's as
is
good
the
as this
only
is Ein, I
character that
think.
does this quick. Yeah. No, she does this better than Ein, I'd say, because Ein has a terrible shot for this section, I think, and like I think his sword's a little bit more wonky. Okay, you got him before. Okay, and this should just kill him. Oh wow, it didn't. Oh, okay, there you go. Usually
Yeah,
it's like one
sometimes like it
spear
can be a
charge
bit
will do it.
wonky with exactly where the spears are placed. Like if it's too much to the right or to the left.
Okay, so
So
you
here I
stream
start by streaming
down.
down a few times.
Okay.
And this
And
I
just
kind of
to the
straight up
bottom of the
ripped from
screen.
Jujutsu Kenobi's run.
Oh,
And here I
yeah,
bomb,
makes
and
sense.
now I have no more Zako on screen to care about. I can charge and kill and then go
Oh,
back.
nice. That is a good strat. Like, oh man, I wish I could do that on Miko. Oh, that's nice. Do you
Yeah,
get
and
the, yeah,
here
you
I
get the
kind of
onto.
dodged that, macro dodged that incorrectly, so I was a bit late, and that meant that I kind of
But
got
no, you're
confused.
doing the right macro. Oh, you see, you were a bit late, but you're doing the right macro dodge. You do like a kind of like up, like a C shape-ish sort of movement to deal with them at this point, and like that usually is good. That was a
Yeah.
good bomb because that was gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I was at least that aware of my
yeah.
situation.
Okay.
This section always scares me, actually, because you
Yeah,
can
it
just
does
get
for me
rammed by those
too, but
guys.
I don't die to that section really. I just am always spooked every time I hit it.
I think I bombed somewhere around here because I don't trust
Oh, you
this
can,
at all.
yeah, you can kind of sit towards the bottom of the screen for that pattern, like kind of like moving down into it, and it should be fine. And at the other pattern he does, you killed him too fast. But if he does another pattern after that, you can literally sit in the corner of the screen, the bottom
Yeah.
left corner of the screen. It's a safe spot.
So here's the first part where you can choose which route to take, and I take the
Yeah,
top route, which probably is
the
harder,
hard
but
route.
I don't know. I did it because
I think it's
I
the
was
hard
just
route.
looking at Juju Kenobi's video. He does
Yeah.
this in preparation for the second loop, but I thought I might as well just do this. It looks fun.
Well, yeah, because if you had to do this in loop two, it'd be psychotic. Like this, I've never seen someone do this part as loop two. They always do this
Right.
one
Here's the that
first.
was the only place where I would say the 2 spears versus 4 matters, and I actually still killed
Okay,
that big
that's a
guy
nice way to do that actually, to get
in
all
time.
three of them as they're coming down.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
That I also very specifically took from Juju Kenobi's video.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can still manage that even if you mess that up. It's just a little harder.
I for that guy was when I don't have a powerful melee shot, I do just sit on top. You can sit on top of that cannon, that red cannon, like near his head, and you just won't get hit. If you ever have to do it without a melee attack. Oh, nice. That was a that was
That was
crazy
very
close.
close because I didn't know if I had enough
Oh, that
headroom
was
for
crazy
that one.
close, dude. You're playing with fire. That's funny. Oh, sometimes the dodges in this game are so funny. Do you get the lantern spawns? I wonder. I don't know what spawns them or what doesn't spawn them, actually.
This section is really hard usually, but
Yeah,
somehow this time it works out very well, and I usually have to bomb
nice.
this at once, but this
That was actually really well done. Sometimes I've done that several different ways, and sometimes I've tap dodged through that, and other times I've macro dodged through that.
So this boss,
Depending
I
on the
think
character.
I don't know exactly how to do because I think I always have to bomb because of the
Okay.
tail attack thing.
When
You'll
he
see
does
there,
that
I almost got
that
clipped.
first spread he did, you can kill him really quick. You can do a charge attack on him as he spawns in. You back up as he does that first wave of bullets. You can get out through the top left or bottom left, and then you can just run right up to him and charge him again, and you should
Okay.
die. It's like pretty instant.
So
Like
here
he doesn't have a
I
lot of
finally
health.
get my power back from
Yep.
not having any power ups in stage 6. Very
Nice.
important that I get the
Instant
charge
kill.
shot on
Very
that
important
guy.
instant kill. That guy's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, if you're doing this game, if you you try to kill that guy as fast as possible because he will murder you.
Yeah.
He
Here we got a
insanely fast spread.
special section.
This section's incredibly tricky if you don't know what you're doing. It's just you want to stay back and forth on the floor here.
And you can
And as
see,
you see,
I went
ooh.
back there, but I
see where
set
you messed
everything up
yeah.
correctly so that if I had gotten right, kept going to the right, I would have been safe. But I
Okay.
just doubted myself in the last second.
Good bomb there. You were going to die there.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was a good
And
bomb.
we're gonna have another close bomb coming up.
Nice.
And here,
Whoa,
I also
yeah,
want
that
to
was
point
a
out this
really
bomb
close
is
bomb.
especially good because I don't want to bomb later because then I'm stuck there before going to the boss, so I don't get to do the charge attack there
See,
in the
this
first.
boss, your timing with katana here has to. That was nice because your
Yeah,
timing
yeah,
with
yeah.
katana on those dodges has to be exactly on
Yeah, and
time. Yeah, see,
that was a
you're just
mistake.
done.
I should
Yeah,
have redirected the
yeah,
attack to the north. I was just
yeah.
too
But
nervous
it
here to really do it
yeah.
correctly. But
But
I have enough
this is
resources. It just works
yeah.
out.
You can spam him at this point. Yeah, for sure. Like yeah, but you need your timing needs to be
Yeah,
so
see,
on
there I
point.
redirected it and
Yeah.
it did it correctly this
But
time.
look how close it was to you. Like it's so fast and you're so slow. Like katana really has. You have to be really precise on
Yeah,
that boss.
but that's why
How
I
much
like
time have you spent
these.
practicing on him? Because
Uh,
he's actually kind of tough if you
Definitely
don't.
more than an hour. I
Yeah,
definitely spent more than an hour.
for
I have to say.
sure. He can be rough. I probably spent an hour or two when I first learned it, like just with Ein, just how to get it. I wanted to get it into a specific cycle where it was like I use a bomb, hit him twice, use like the minimum amount of bullets on screen. Oh man, you got the
Yeah, I
very a
mean, I
very
die pretty
funny
quickly here,
one.
so
Yeah, as do I every time I get to do one.
yeah. So
Oh yeah,
I even didn't have like necessarily a bad setup there. I just kind of
no
died.
no, but
Went a
still
bit too far. Here I
872. I think
forget
my
where
first
G
clear
is
was
in the
around it.
alphabet.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think my first clear was around that, about like 800 something, 850, 870, I think. It was
Yeah,
like that's about right around where you'll be. Nice. So,
right.
what is what do you feel like you've gained from clearing this game? Like, what do you feel like you've
Um, I mean, I would
any
say
insight
generally
or
that.
any
See if I can kind of just have this a better place to. Okay, there we go. No, just the UFC icon. Yeah, no, okay, but I would say, um, hmm, I did say this to you earlier that I don't think I gained that much from clearing this game, but that's only because
right?
I already had played Gunbird 2, and I think specifically
Sure,
with
close enough game.
Valkyro, and I think that character and Katana test similar skills overall. Like
Yes.
and but I would say that in this game it's more punishing because of how the power ups work and like how your bomb is kind of you don't really get any iframes right after the bomb or
Right.
anything like
And
that.
all the bombs are wildly different too, where you have to learn your character's bomb, like or like how it works, how it, you know, how
Yeah.
much time you have with it.
Like for example,
Like
Ein's bomb is very offensive. You can use that to
yeah.
delete stuff.
Yes,
But
but it's also tricky in the sense that it's very narrow. So it's
right.
like if you can miss his bomb easily. Like if you panic bomb, you do not want to panic bomb with Ein in the sense of where you're at on the screen matters so much when you bomb with Ein. His bomb's very powerful, but I've missed his bomb so many times where it's like I just panic bombed to save my ass and it didn't kill anything. Like I've definitely
But
had that
yeah,
occur.
going back to your previous question, I think maybe I would have learned more from this game if I had stuck to a different character. Like, let's say I had done it with Junis or uh, Koyori or
Tengai.
someone else. Yeah, like then it wouldn't have been the same type of like slow, very heavily routing based
Yeah,
character that can skip a lot of stuff to dodge because your melee
right.
attack is so strong. It's the same with Valpyro in Gunbird 2.
Yeah,
But
that's very
at the same
interesting.
time, I picked Katana because I kind of just wanted to clear this game, and I don't want to stay too long in this game because I've got some big grinds coming up
Yeah, for
that I want
sure.
to do. So I felt like this was a very satisfying clear to do, and it wasn't easy. It
Yeah.
took I don't know exactly how long it took, but it took more than 10 hours to clear this, and
Yeah,
that's
and
not
which is not
counting
a yeah, that's like no
all the
joke.
time
Yeah.
that I spent on this game before I, start playing it recently again. Because I had dabbled a
Right.
bit into this before.
Yeah. I'd say yeah, I think this is like a satisfying one all to go for if you're like I mean, I don't want to say it's good to dive into this when you're brand new, but I think if you're just starting to get clears and you're like getting to like an intermediate level, I think this is a I know people think that's crazy, but I think this is a good intermediate game. Like it's not it's hard, but the one all is not like insurmountable and it's if you're trying to now I'll say this like you were saying earlier, if you were saying that because you did Gunbird 2 instead of this game, you didn't gain as much. But I feel like if you did do this game instead of Gumber 2, I think it's the same level of result. Because I would say when I cleared this game with Junis, like I didn't really get that same feeling with Ein as much, but when I cleared this game with Junis twice, I feel like I did learn a lot because I didn't clear Gumber 2 yet. I mean, it's on the thing for me, but I would say that this game really taught me a lot about shmups. And even though it's a Hori and I don't play Horis that often, which is kind of odd too. Like,
Yeah, no, I think that's a very accurate way to. I mean, I agree with you, even though I'm not you, right? I can
yeah,
agree with you because I know my perspective from Gumber too, and
yeah. I think it's
I
on a
can
similar level, like you
infer
said,
from this
and
game that
it's
it's the
similar to
same
keeping
thing,
it.
really.
Yeah, like,
Um,
yeah, and I don't think, and it has to be hard to I think it has to be hard to this level because when you're an intermediate player, I think it's something like when you were playing Gumber 2, I don't know if you had the same feeling, but when I was getting into Sengoku Blade as like my first big Psycho hard game, like you kind of need that. I think you kind of need that crushing feeling of like I don't know how the hell I'm going to beat this game because I just have to get better. Like I have to get better, but I like at the same time you kind of need that grind of it where you're like I don't know if I can do this, but it's because it's that level of challenge. Like there's stuff like steps below, I think, where you feel uh, like say you didn't go into Gumber 2 and you went into, I don't know, um, like Strikers 2 or Gumber 1 or something like that. Like where it's not quite a basic beginner game, but it's like it's more on that side, I'd say, compared to Gunbird 2 or this game, where like like you can conceivably see you're like, oh, I could see how I could get this one CC pretty. I could see how I could get this one CC or whatever. I don't know. But like when you first start Gumber 2, you're kind of like, how the hell am I going to clear this? Like you kind of need that sort of level. And when you get to that intermediate level, I think, like I think
yeah,
you need
although
that sort of challenge.
I think one thing that's worth pointing out is that Strikers 2, I think, is a bit more imbalanced with the ships. Like if you pick
Sure.
Hayate or maybe even, I know you were playing Flying Pancake, but I
Yeah.
think
Oh, Pancake's
if you
definitely easier.
played like a worse ship, or, well, I would say
Mosquito's pretty
conventionally
rough.
worse
Yeah.
ship,
Yeah.
then I think
Mosquito's
you would have
pretty
a
rough.
similar experience as to what you're
Yeah, that's
talking about.
true. You're not wrong. The ship selection,
Compared to
difficulty
Gunbird
selection.
2, I think, I know everyone says that you should play Tavia or Ein, but I think
Yeah.
for the first loop, a lot of the ships are pretty much the same. Maybe Haycob is a little
Yeah.
weaker, but generally, I don't
Right.
think you're going to have a widely different experience in that
I,
sense.
I
The
think I'd
second
say
loop
that.
is really
Yeah.
where it gets put to the test, though. But
Right. Yeah.
yeah. And like I
Yeah.
still will stand by that. I think Valpyro in that game was the easiest choice for me. It was not Tavia or
Right.
Ein, it was Valpyro, and that's why I picked him. And not because I wanted to be a hipster or whatever. That it's because
Yeah.
I thought it was the
It's
easiest.
just whatever ship works for you. I
Yeah,
mean, that's how I mean, I picked Junis in this game because that's just the ship that worked for me the most. I mean, I picked Ein at first and I cleared with Ein because it was like, oh, he's the easiest to clear with, and I was like, oh, this game's really hard. But I didn't really know how hard the game actually was until I cleared with Junis. So
yeah,
it was like, but she's also the most enjoyable character for me. So I was like, I just stuck with it because I was like, I like this character feels the best to me, and like Kiori's pretty cool too, but like I think Junis is definitely my favorite character in this game. So I agree with you that I didn't pick it out of like, oh, I gotta clear with the ship people don't really use. It was just like, oh, this ship's definitely a lot of fun, and like I don't go off of how weak or strong the ship is. I go off how much do I feel like I could clear with this ship, and like
yeah,
if I don't feel that way, then I don't. I like you know. I, I just don't. I don't like playing like Ein in Gunbird 2. I just don't like playing Ein in Gunbird 2. He's really powerful. I just don't like how he plays in that game compared to this game. Even I think he's more fun in this game, but like
yeah. I
in
would
Gunbird
say
2,
they're different types of characters in
yeah,
either game. Like they're not quite the same. They don't achieve exactly the same thing.
right,
But yeah. Anyway, this is a pretty good game to get into if you want.
yeah,
Like as Alyosha said, it's a nice intermediate shmup. At least the first loop. The second loop is very difficult. I think, like the more I think about it, the more I would say, like at the baseline level, is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, Psycho 2 loop.
I think it might be
There's
one
some
of the
contenders,
hardest
but I
loop.
think I think the to all looks harder than Gunber 2 to all. I would say so.
The reason I think this game is so insane to 2 all is because I just can't conceivably like I'm okay at this game, and I just can't see no miss 1-2 bombing if that loop one, and then I'm just then I'm only at the start of doing the insane loop. Like you need to do that just to be at the start of doing the insane loop too.
Yeah,
And it's like like I said, this the first loop isn't like a joke. You still get tripped up. Like it's like even if you're on the pace where you could potentially do parts of loop two, like loop one still has sections in it where you're like, oh, I have to really lock in to not die or not bomb, and you don't want to die or bomb in loop one, or else you're not going to clear loop two.
yeah, and I
I would
mean,
say
more
so.
at like a the elephant in the room is just that like recovery options are almost
Awful.
non-existent in this game compared to
Yeah.
many of the other games. Now, of course, neither of us has to all any of these games, so
Yeah.
it's hard to take this opinion too seriously. But I think you know,
I think
I
it's
would be
pretty
surprised if
obvious
I changed
though.
my opinion significantly after delving more into these games at a higher
Yeah.
level.
I,
But yeah,
I would
anyway,
I would say
uh,
it seems pretty obvious to me though that the two like that the if you had some experience with this game or with any of the Psycho games and then like you could see I think you really need to like honestly like you when you were playing and you cleared it, like, I think you really need to feel just how 2-1 and 2-1 even feels the first time you get there to even know like oh yeah this is this is like you could see someone do it and you're like that looks crazy but when you actually try it and you're like oh my god this is really frightening
yeah.
like
Well, usually, like at least for players at our level, maybe it becomes more accurate as you get better at shmups. Um,
yeah
but like the impression you get from watching a replay is not the same as the impression when you play the game. Like it usually is
right
much. It looks easier than it is usually, in my opinion.
yeah
But yeah, anyway, if you listen to this ramble, thank you for listening to all this. But I think we'll call it here.
yeah
So,
thanks for having me
all right, and see you for whatever we post next.
yeah
Bye.